all-star and all of that,
Yeah.
but the biggest thing was like the attendance and the ratings.
Low, record lows. They had one of the worst attendance ratings. They had one of the worst viewership ratings, and it's not surprising, right? And my thing is that I'm confused as to why you think that Utah, just because they have a team there, just because Salt Lake City has a team, means that Utah should have an all-star game. If you want fans to come and engage and do certain things, I really believe that you have to have specific cities be set up for these types of events. It's no secret that basketball and NBA is entrenched into urban culture. Now, I'm not saying that non-urban cities shouldn't get these types of things, but I do think that you have to give people more options. Did you know that you can't even get a bottle of champagne? You cannot buy and drink a bottle of champagne in Salt Lake City.
Baby, I would have been mad as all get out. Do you hear me?
I'm flying out the next day. I'm flying out the next day. Okay. So not only is it nothing really to do, you're telling me what I can and cannot intake as a grown-up. And I have a problem with that, okay? So I can't expect anything less than what we saw in terms of low attendance. To make matters worse, Dawn, they paraded Karl Malone around as if to be some type of Utah ambassador, okay? Utah Jazz, the home of Karl Malone, has a past that we are very well aware of, and John Stockton, who the alleged tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist. So,
no, that wasn't. It just wasn't a good look. It just wasn't a good look. There's ways you can, honor the greats or, the people who do these things in the league a certain way without having to really give it such a broad platform like that. You get what I'm saying? Hell, a dinner would have worked, bring in some food and, shout them out, let them talk, shake some hands and go about their business. But this other stuff, absolutely not. And that's just one of the things that we have to talk about with players and their legacies. Sorry, but no. Fans, we real fans, real people, real humans, real parents, that watch this sport or watch these sports. We care about these images and the things that they continue to put up front in front of our children, as well as just our communities as a whole. So yeah, that was a huge problem for me. I was literally pissed.
I mean, I completely understand that the NBA is not in the morality business. I understand that. I understand that Karl Malone is a legend in Utah. All of those things can be true. But I think that you can also, like you said, I think you can privately celebrate somebody if you're in their city and not publicly put them on a platform where all we've received or seen for the most part has been negative feedback from people.
Yes.
It is no secret. And a lot of people have just, it's some people that's just finding out about, Malone's past, in which, he had a child by a 12-year-old and then chose not to be in the life of one of his sons, who eventually went to the National Football League and played 5 seasons, by the way. But, people have... I've seen people ask, well, can't people, be forgiven and given grace? You can do that if you are accountable in your actions and you figure out a way to do better. Karl Malone has given us nothing. We have not seen any accountability from him. So why should we give him grace for any of that?
Yeah. Well, our quick hit, we just had to come with it. We just had some extra stuff that we wanted to share and talk about. And as just in general, as Black women in sports journalism, we don't usually have the opportunity to talk about real issues beyond the actual sport. And so it was great that we could take that moment to kind of hit on that before we go to this next break.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, before we go too, I want to shout out, the Black women journalists, because we know it's not many. The Root did an article about where are the Black women sports journalists, and it's not many of us. And so it is really, an opportunity for us to come on here and talk about the topics, that are the hot topics, but really get into detail about that, the Karl Malone topic.
Yes.
So
for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we'll be back to finish this out.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.